guys, welcome back to the Girls Encounter. So we have my girl Vallery here for another episode today. Yes.
This is super off topic. We haven't even started, right? But it's so funny because when she's starting, she does this thing where she goes, and we are live in 3, 2, 1. And I'm not that old. Like, I'm 21 years old, but I don't know if you ever watched this, iCarly.
Yeah.
Bitch, iCarly, you know how they be streaming and
Uh-huh.
shit? And they be doing that, and we're live in 3, 2,
Oh.
and that was mad nostalgic. Like, I was just here like, bitch, I'm on iCarly. What are you talking about?
So I love to do the 3, 2, 1 because Natalie does the clap. But they do it a different way because they have multiple cameras. I only have one. Mm-hmm. So I just be like 3, 2, 1. And then when I see myself, if I'm syncing the audio, I just see me doing the 1. And then I'll be
that's how you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But cool. They'll do the clap and then they have the music. So since I don't have any music, I'm just like, all right,
we just hear about it.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
I love that.
My favorite part, like when I do the podcast, is like when I say the Girls Encounter out. Like, we're out.
Yeah, that's fire. But I'm calling this iCarly. iCarly is,
Yo!
iCarly. What? What? What?
Bitch! Welcome back for another podcast. Today we're going to talk about being a woman in the military. So for those of you who do not know, or you probably do know, I was a sergeant in the Army, and Vallery, you're
I'm a specialist.
A specialist in the Army. And yes, we're just going to kind of speak about our experience. Everyone
like
has different
too.
experiences
I'm sorry to cut you
too.
off, but I feel like this is great because we have a very
good relationship.
Great relationship, yes. But we also have a very different experience because of our jobs.
Yes.
So it's like very broad. We're gonna get into it's gonna be interesting.
I like that. Yeah, and that you made a very good point right there because we don't have the same job. We met at a EMT course, so we were in the same environment for like 3 months. Yes.
And it was so random the way we came together.
You do anything in the Army, because if you really think about it.
Literally, they'll pay you to fucking sweep. Like,
and you're sweeping.
You're sweeping.
You're
sweeping. They pay you good to sweep.
Yes.
But the way we came together is so interesting, right? Because I remember she was cool, but we didn't really talk much.
Didn't talk. Didn't I approach you?
You did.
I did.
You approached me because I was popping with the TikTok thing at the time.
And I was like, yo, you do brand deals?
And you was trying to, which I did at the time.
Yeah.
But it just depends. Like, I have to try it. And I really like it. And then skincare is a little bit hard for me just because do you see my skin? Like, what the fuck I'm going to tell them? Like, buy this and look at my skin. The fuck?
Yeah.
Like, come on. You know? But, yeah. So that's how we initially started, like, talking. I'm not going to say we became friends.
Mm-hmm.
I gave her some pointers, whatever. But we started talking like that. I'm going to tell y'all how we became friends. Well, at least for me. This is where, like, it changed from, like, this is my leader to, like, this is somebody that I really respect.
I remember. I'm going to let you say it. Yeah, I'm going to let you say it.
So, I was having pay issues. This was my first time on a mission, like, for after basic training. Like, this was my first time.
Bitch, I'm about to start crying. I don't know why. What the fuck?
I was a PV2 at the time. I was a whole private. And I remember, like, I didn't get paid for, like, 2 months. Not that I needed to be paid, because I didn't have no fucking car. Like, I didn't have
no, you were really chill about it, too.
I didn't have bills, babes. I live at my dad's house.
When you was telling me, I started crashing out.
I was super chill about it. And it's crazy because we had another leader who, by the way, like, that's my son. Like, I fuck with him heavy. You fuck with him, too.
Yes.
We had another leader.
Boy.
He's a mad cool. And I had brought it to him. But at the same time, he's in the Marine Corps. And because we work on, like, joint task force and shit. But he's in the Marine Corps. He don't know shit about, like, how we get
Army
paid
stuff,
and stuff.
yeah.
So there wasn't much that he could do. And then she was the next high-ranking individual that, like, would know. So I don't know if he told you to come reach out to me.
I think so, because we had, like, a leaders meeting, and he was like, oh, this soldier's having a pay issue. And I was like, why?
Unacceptable. Yo, she came up to me on hot. She's like, how long you haven't been paid? What?
I started asking mad questions because I need to get down to the root of the problem.
Yo, that's kind of just what's going on. She pulled out that little phone. She said, please hold. She started calling. Yo, quick. I got paid, like, I want to say, like, a week after that.
Yeah.
I got paid right away. After, like, 2-3 months of not being paid.
I wasn't playing.
She was not playing at all. After that, it's like, you really didn't have to do that. Because it's not your pay.
Yeah.
And I'm being super chill about it. Like, it's not like I'm saying, yo, I need to be paid. I got kids and bills and shit. Like, it's not like I'm doing that, like, harassing y'all to help me. Because I didn't harass anybody. Like, just so you guys know, I have this issue.
Yeah.
You know, and it's up to y'all if y'all really want to, you know. But the way that she literally handled it immediately. I didn't have to beg for it. I didn't have to, and that's something that's difficult to find in the military.
Yeah.
When you find somebody that generally helps you, like, out of the kindness of their heart, like, fuck it, you need to be paid. Like, this is not okay.
I got goosebumps, guys.
So for her to do that, it made me respect her tremendously, just because it's like, you didn't have to do that. You really didn't. So I just appreciated it. And yeah, after that, it's like, yeah.
Everything went that. Yeah.
After that, I was like, this is my girl.
After
but
that.
then you did something else.
What?
You did something else. Because we was cool. Like, at that point, I'm like, yes, this is my friend. And I would always watch her, like, whatever you posted and everything. I would keep up with it, yes. And I was supporting you and everything, yes. Because you did that solid for me. But after that, like, I want to say, like, a year after, you did another solid.
Oh, yeah,
and at that point, I'm like, nah.
She the what?
She my
no,
girl.
yeah, because I feel like we were locked in at first for the first thing, but then we got locked.
Super locked in. Like,
we got
the way
super
we are
locked.
right now,
yeah.
it's after
it
that.
was chainsaw.
Because
can't break this.
Because, girl, no. Because you really, that girl. And I remember I told her, because I'm very appreciative. Like, I'm a very appreciative person. And when she did this second thing, I told her straight up, I'm like, girl. I was like, girl. So let me tell y'all, the mission that we were on initially, that we met on, it ended up ending.
Yeah.
I got off it. She was at another position within the mission. Like, I became a medic, great. I was working as a medic, outstanding. Her, she was working, like, at a higher, like, headquarters.
With the big dogs.
She was working with the big dogs. So after the mission ended for me, she was still on the mission. So, like, 2 months after I got off mission, I'm working at Foot Locker. Mind you, I'm 18 years old at this point. 18 years old, working at Foot Locker because the mission ended and I don't got shit to do. So I'm collecting my little $200 a week, $300 a week. And then Yaya calls me and she's like, yo, you trying to get on COVID mission? I'm like, what you mean? That mission ended. What are you talking about?
No, it didn't, baby girl.
She's like, no, it didn't. We just downsized. But, like, they asked me if I have any soldiers that I'm recommending, and I'm recommending you. Mind you, right? I'm not even her soldier. Like, I'm not in her unit. She, like, this is not my leader anymore. She was my leader when we were on COVID. Right? She's not my leader anymore. Like, she really could have said, her cousin had just joined the fucking army. So she really, or I think she was still in basic. I don't remember.
She was in AIT.
She was, so she could have waited it out and be like, yo, my cousin's coming back from AIT. Like, she could have really, like, figured life out in a lot of other ways. She could have recommended one of her soldiers, but she recommended me? In a room full of opportunities, you mentioned me? Like, I'll fuck with you. After that,
we was locked in.
After that, 10 toes, go to war. I'm back.
I feel like you have been one of the soldiers that I've come across a lot of soldiers. I take a lot of pride in what I do as a leader. Like, I don't like for soldiers to have any pay issues, any issues within the units. I was an equal opportunity leader at the time. And I wasn't playing games. Like, even though, you know, I had my fair share of fucked up shit that happened, when it came to soldiers, I was not fucking around. And when they asked me to, like, recommend someone that was very precise, that was determined, that would be on time, you were the first person that came in my head. Because I was like, I've worked with her, I've seen her work ethic, she's very on top of her things. And then at the same time, you look like you was suffering in Foot Locker. Because you look like you were not, like, suffering in a bad, like, space, but you were kind of just, like, fed up. Like, you look like you were just like, I want to go back to do army shit.
You want to know what the problem is?
Is that the civilian jobs?
I joined the military at 17 years old. So from 17 years old, I'm making a certain amount of money. Excuse me.
The bag.
I'm making a certain amount of money at 17 years old. I come home, I'm on SAD, I'm making some more money, and then the mission ends, and I'm making $800 a week. And I'm making a month what I was making. That's half my check. Like, on military shit. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, that's less than half my check. Less than half my check. Like, I was making nothing in comparison to that SAD money. So it wasn't that I was suffering. It's just, I feel like I was working way harder.
Yeah.
Because you're doing
a lot more.
A lot of hours. Like, even though we work a lot of hours. But on SAD and stuff, it's a little bit more flexible. Yeah. It's a little more lax. Like, you're not feeding customer service and, like, all of this. It's not that. It's a different type of feeding, a different type of hard. Yeah. And I prefer that hard, especially when it's more money.
Yeah.
You crazy? So
that's how I felt. Like, I didn't mind putting the 12-hour shifts, baby. With that paycheck, you get paid every 2 weeks, and you know it's coming.
It's coming, baby.
It's
for
coming.
sure. But then they want to cut my hours at Foot Locker, and they want to...
There was a lot going on at the time.
They wasn't. They was giving me 39 hours, and I was a part-timer. Are you shitting me? 35, 36 hours, and I'm a part-timer? Like, you don't want to make me a full-timer?
Subiendo tenis, bajando tenis.
My fucking favor. So when she came here, like, you want to get on a mission? I'm like, yeah. How I do that? Where do I sign?
Yeah, I definitely remember, and I appreciate you shouting me out for that. Because I've done, there's so many things, like, even after I got out, because I got out in August.
Yes.
Coming back in soon, y'all will see me next month. There have been soldiers that hit me up, and they're like, hey, Sergeant, like, should I take this promotion? Should I do this? And I feel very, like, sometimes, like, as a leader, or even just a regular person, like, in the military, sometimes you fuck up.
Hold on, time out, because I don't like the fact that you just said that.
What?
You can be a leader outside the military.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because you said as a leader, and then you said, well, even just as a person, because you're a person who is a leader regardless of being in the military.
I like that. Thank you. Sometimes I be undermining myself. But some of the soldiers hit me up, and they were like, oh, should I take this promotion? Or, like, asking me stuff to do with their career. And I'm like, that reminded me that I didn't do a bad job when I was in. Situations happen, you know, I had to come out. But what I learned from it is, like, you just have to learn through the things that you go through and just never get complacent with your career. That was my take on last year. But I feel like my experience as a woman in the military, it has been very up and down because I've always been, like, respected. There was only, like, one situation that I had one time where there was, like, a male that was trying to undermine my intelligence and trying to undermine me as a leader, and I had to put him in his place, baby girl. So as you guys know that we can never mention, like, any names or anything like that, but there was a situation where I was a freshly promoted sergeant. I had soldiers underneath me. This was during COVID. So I was thrown into the field at the time. And I had zero experience. I was just an E5. Brand new E5. But my thing was always, like, I'm always going to take care of my soldiers. Even if I have to go to war, I don't care about the rank. In a respectful manner, yes, 100%. But I'll take the proper channels that I need to in order to address whatever issues. So there was an issue where my soldiers were being treated unfair. They were getting put on, like, different shifts that, while the other people that we were working with, they were getting preference. My issue was, why are they getting preference? We're all the same. We all were in green. So why are we not splitting this? It's equal opportunity. Like, have everyone separate. Don't have people from one group do the light shift, the morning shift that everyone want to do, and then you throw my guys on the back burner. So like, fuck that.
Let's flip it. Right. You do this week. You do this.
So the person was a male, and he was undermining my intelligence as a leader. Like, he even asked me, like, do I know the NCO creed? And I was like, I told my
leadership. Baby, I just came back from BLC. Do you know the NCO creed?
So it was funny because my leadership, I had told them at the time what was going on. You know, I was venting to them, and I am so grateful for any leader that I've encountered in the military that has been supportive, because there's many that are not, but the ones that are, those are the ones that are, like, ride or dies. And I feel like being around that type of leadership has a lot to do with who I am.
I agree, me too.
Yo, for real. And my leadership was like, well, why don't you ask him if he knows it? And I was like, I can't say that to him, because, you know, he was, like, higher ranking. I was like, I'm going to come off as rude. I'm going to come off as arrogant. I'm going to come off as a bitch. They advised me to just kind of maintain my bearing. Always have to do that. And just kind of keep it calm. Do what I have to do. If the time comes and he asks me for it, say what I have to say.
That's what I be struggling with, y'all.
But I had to do a couple of things to get my soldiers the shift, to spread them apart, everyone to get the same thing. But that was the first and the last time anybody played with me. Because after that, I realized, like, if you stay quiet, they're going to walk you. Like a dog. If you're too aggressive, if you're too arrogant, you're going to get in trouble.
Because you're walking them.
Exactly. And it was just like, it became a battle. But over the time, obviously, you know, my situation that happened, that first situation made me 10 times stronger. And I was much stronger than I was when I first came into the military. But it was so strong that people were not standing me. I really didn't give a fuck, because I feel like I helped a lot of soldiers in the process of doing that. Did I get out at the time? I did. Would I do it again? I would. But I went to, like, war. Like, my mental health was on the line. it was a lot of shit that was on the line, but I would do it again. I did it for myself because I was like, no one's gonna stand up for me. Who the hell was gonna do it? So I had to stand up for myself. I had to stand up for the soldiers that were scared to stand up for themselves. I'll do that shit again.
Period.
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 What was an encounter that you had as like? Did you have any issues like in AIT or basic like as a woman? But you in the field. You a YN in the army. And if you know...
Yeah, I'm an artillery woman.
She's...
So, as you can,
she's a YN.
that's what I do for a living, but like...
She is not one of them.
I feel like my character is very loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never had to crash out, I don't feel like. I crashed out one time on Asylum, actually, not too long ago. Well, almost crashed out. It was bad, though. It was really bad, and I'm going to get into that in a second. It was... I feel like my character screams.
Yeah.
Like, just the way that I am, the way that I walk, the way that I talk. I feel like people know, like, the type of person that I am. And people respect me. I don't have the rank to respect.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I don't have the rank that, like, oh, I have this rank, so respect me. I don't got that type of rank. You got that. I don't got that, though.
No, but it's not... I feel like it's never about rank because you always have to treat everyone equally and with respect.
It's a little
but
different
some people,
in the artillery, though.
Oh, okay. I don't really know how it is in your unit, but I know your unit is like very different.
Arms is a little bit different. It's not that they don't respect everybody. Mm-hmm. It's just a little more aggressive. It's a lot more manly. Yeah. It's mainly men, so it's like it's just a little bit different. And I only know that because on these Empire Shield, on these Joint Task Force, not Empire Shield, on these Joint Task Force where like all the branches and all MOSs are working together, mm-hmm. I can see the difference between a combat armed soldier and a support soldier.
Okay.
It's completely different. Like the way that they work, the work ethic, like just everything is different. And it's because they just don't have that light up the ass mm-hmm. that combat soldiers have. Because combat, you fuck up and it's like, it's a big deal. It's a huge fucking deal.
Okay.
You know, so I feel like my character is loud enough that regardless of rank, I feel like I'm respected. I don't think I've ever been disrespected. And I don't mean respected in a sense of like, when I speak, you listen. Like, no. Not like that. But like in a sense where like even people of higher rank, like, I think I'm left alone.
Yeah.
I think I'm left alone for the most part. Like, I'm able to kind of just...
do your thing.
Do my thing. Vibe. Lay low. But when it's time to work, I put in pain. I do what I do, you know? And then when we're not working, though, I be sleeping. Bitch, I be out. I be out. I be so out. Like, if you look at my Instagram and you look at my highlights,
you're done.
When we're not working, like, when it's, like, downtime, I be in the field.
Sleep.
Gone. Slumped. But as soon as I hear fire mission, I'm up because I go to sleep in full K. So that when I wake up, I hear fire mission, I'm ready to go. Where's the string? Where the string at? I'll put it right now. Like, I'm ready. What's up? You know? But I feel like because of that, because just the way that I am, I feel like they let me cook. They really let me rock. Recently, I've been going through my own things in the military right now. And I have... You took a psychology class, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, this is something I really want to talk about. Stockholm Syndrome. Mm-hmm. I feel like I have that with the military.
I feel like a lot of us that are in the service or have that. And we are in denial.
Stockholm Syndrome, I'm not in denial. I know what it is and I'm trying to undo it. Stockholm Syndrome is when you're in an abusive situation mm-hmm. and you like it. Like you justify it, you make excuses for it. Yeah. And that's me. I don't want to say that I have leaders abusing me because I don't. I am not an abused soldier. I am not. Just kind of, in general, like my mental health, the things that I've been through, like I got hurt. I don't know if I said that already, but no, I got hurt. I had an accident. I got hurt and it like affected my mental health. It has affected my physical health. It has affected so much. And I still want to stay in. I love the military. I love it so bad. Like, I want to stay in. Like, this is what I want to do. I want to, like, I don't want to get out the military. And for women who want to get into the military, like, I 100% support it. Yeah. Go into the military. Join. My only thing that I would say, I'm not going to tell you don't join the Army, but I'm going to say, like, I would 100% recommend that you join the Air Force. And if you don't join the Air Force, you can join the Army, but just join a feminine job. Yeah. And that sounds so fucked up to say. Like, I know that there's a lot of feminists that are going to be watching this, like, bitch, what the fuck, shut the fuck up. But it's like, I'm in a masculine-ass field, and sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
it's so fucking hard because my job, I work 10 times as hard as these men to do the same job just because my body is different.
Yeah.
When I could be at a desk making sure you get paid. Making sure you get paid. I could be doing that. Or making sure that you got all your gear. Like, I could really be doing that. But I'm in the field, lifting heavy shit with my little body. When these men, they go like this. And I'm here with both my arms like, ah! I'm here trying to lift shit. And these guys is just like, girl, you good?
I feel like us as women, like, we do have a lot of challenges, like, day to day. But, like, in the military, it's very much bigger than it is, like, in the outside world. But I feel like I would like to thank you for your service, for the things that you've done.
Thank you for yours.
But I feel like women like us pave a way for other women that want to do these things and are scared. So like Val said, even if you ever consider getting into the military, like, do your research 100%. Figure out what would work best for you. Yes. I feel like some of us are thrown. Obviously, everything has to do with your line scores, the testing that you take, and then you decide what job you want. Like, I was a mechanic at first, and then I was cable installer. Then I was a office girly. I was an office girly for the past.
Just be out here.
I be out here. I be doing shit. But Miss Versatile in the finest way, like, for real. So I feel like when I was a mechanic, it was like I was the only girl at the time. During the deployment, my first deployment that I went on, I was not allowed to work with the guys because I was the only girl. And at the time, I really didn't mind it because I wanted to be with my platoon, like, doing communication stuff. I learned a lot more of the signal world. But at the same time, like, later on over the years, I'm like, wow. That was kind of like...
I want to talk about, though, because I feel like I'm often the only girl.
Yeah.
As well.
Do you feel uncomfortable or do you feel safe?
No, I love my guys. I feel so safe. My guys make me feel so safe.
I like that.
So safe. And if this is a clip that you post, I'm going to repost this. Shout out to all my guys in the military. I love y'all. Like, my battle buddies, I love y'all to death. Y'all are really my guys. But I feel like being the only woman, it puts a lot of pressure on me. Yeah. But my guys got my back.
I like that.
Because I feel like I have to, like be as strong as them, be as fast as them, and I'm not. Like, hello? I'm really not. But they be having my back. They be like, yo, Val, you need help? Rosie, you need help? Like, Rosario, you good? And I'm like, the fact that they're checking in on me to make sure I'm good, like, it makes me feel warm.
I love that.
You know, it makes me feel really warm. I feel like that's my number one thing coming out the military, like, just the relationships I've made. Like, this relationship, I have made so many strong relationships in the military, and that's something that I would take with me forever. I love that. Like, I love this, like, just how it hones relationships. Like, I love it. My guys, like, some of the NCOs that I met, y'all are fucking incredible. Like, I just can't explain it, but that's gonna be the number one thing if you join the military, that you're just gonna...
You're gonna have family, unlimited family.
Not unlimited, it's definitely limited, because there's a lot of people that I don't consider family, and they're like... You know, a lot of people that have done a lot of messy stuff.
That's true. That's true.
And that's a mistake that I made. I came in at 17 years old and I drank the motherfucking Kool-Aid, bitch. I drank the Kool-Aid. And then you also have to understand, well, I'm in combat arms, so I don't feel like anybody else thinks like this. But I joined with no intentions.
Really?
There's people that join because they're broke as fuck. There's people that join because they need papers. Yep. There's people that join because they want free school. There's so many different reasons for people to join. Benefits. I didn't join for none of that, bitch. Like, in boot camp, you know how they always do that? Like, oh, why'd you join? Mind you, there's this 17-year-old Rosario.
Did they ask you that you were, like, for no reason?
They asked everybody plenty of times. And everybody's like, yeah, like, I want to give my mom papers. And I'm like, oh, that's so emotional. That's so inspirational. They're like, oh, I want to become a doctor and I need to pay for school. I'm like, so inspirational. You're like, bitch, and then they get to me. And I'm like, I'm just vibing. Yeah. Like, I'm here for camaraderie. Like, I'm here to build, like... Because I feel like I'm very intolerable. My family fucks with me because they have to. Like, they're my family. You know what I'm saying? But I want to build a family that don't gotta fuck with me. Yeah. And they still fuck with me. You feel me?
I felt that.
So that's what I joined for real.
I felt that.
And everybody looked at me sideways like, bitch.
Like, girl.
And then you're a fucking artillery woman at that, and this is what you're doing for?
Reason? Yeah. I like that. I definitely joined because I feel like it was a second chance for me at my life. Because, you know, I grew up as a juvenile.
But you joined for you, though.
Yeah, I was in the streets. Well, not really for me, for my daughter. Because even so, because I always say that, like, if I did not have my daughter, I probably would have been a stripper. in Mexico, and I only say Mexico because I love tacos and tequila.
Period.
And I just would have been outside.
No, but that's still a reason for you. It's not like you need them to pay for school or you wanted them to fucking, you wanted papers. Yeah. Like, it's not that. That is genuinely you.
And I didn't even know about the pay, baby, till I got in.
No, me neither.
So when I got what is it?
Me
This what it is?
Me fucking
That's why they be here for so long.
But for me, it was like, my intention is so pure with being in the military. Like, I'll take a bullet for any of my guys.
I love that.
Easy. No problem. Especially if they got wife and kids to go back home to. Are you crazy? Any second.
And that's what it comes.
Hopping on top of the fucking shit so y'all don't all die. Like,
Bro, yes. And that's what it's...
Not everybody's like that.
Not everybody's like that. And I feel like that's one of the most important things about just being a person in the military in general. Like, I feel like if you have selfless service, you are more successful either as a leader or a regular Joe. Everyone is a leader, by the way, like you said it. No matter the rank that you're at, you have some type of leadership skills. Right. And that's one of the biggest things that I like to tell my junior enlisted is, like, you have it in you. It takes time. Push it out. And, like, one of them, he told me, he was like, you know, it's like I made a comment and it was, like, a little immature. And my leadership had me thinking at the time, like, should I even take it? I was like, a lot of us are not perfect. We still do immature shit. If you feel like you're ready for it, take it. And even if you're not, if God gave it to you,
it's yours.
Take it. It's yours. If your name is on it, it is yours. So, yeah, this is a good conversation.
But that's my hard thing. Like, just the fact that I joined with such pure intentions. Like, let's say we all go to war, right? And I'm here with these intentions of, like, yeah, I'm going to protect all my guys. I'm going to make sure everybody gets home safe, even if it's at my expense. Yeah. That's just how I feel. But there's people here that is like, fuck no, I'm going home. Yeah. And they wouldn't have my back the way that I would have theirs. You know what I'm saying? And that has me thinking a lot, because we need diehard people that are here, patriots. Like, we need patriots in this job.
I agree with that comment. Like, experience is the same. So, you know, we're just speaking based on our experience, what we've dealt with in the time. If you want to join.
Join. It's a great
experience.
The military is a great thing.
Yeah,
I love the military. This is the best decision that I have made in my life, and I do it again in every life.
I'll do it again in
every lifetime. Every lifetime, I do it again. It's the best decision I've ever made in my life, just to fucking create me. I grew up in the military. I came at 17 years old, and I love who I am. Thanks to the military, and thanks to New York.
Yes. Well, this is it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Val, thank you for coming and expressing yourself. Yes, I love that though.
I took the whole episode. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you're fine. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Girls Encounter. We will be available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube every Wednesdays at 7 a.m. See you guys on the next one. The Girls Encounter out.